me say something that might surprise you. There are military retirees who served 20 years, who earned a pension, and are still broke. Not struggling a little, not tight budget broke. I'm talking about still living paycheck to paycheck, still stressed about bills, still trying to figure it out after doing everything they thought they were supposed to do. And if you're not careful, that can be you. So today we're going to talk about the real reasons why this happens, and more importantly, how to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Greetings and salutation. This is the adjutant. Now hear the truth most people don't want to say out loud. The military gives you one of the strongest financial foundations available in this country, but it does not guarantee wealth, folks. It gives you opportunity. It gives you discipline. And that's where most people lose the game. Now, let's talk about the big lie. The first mistake is believing that 20 years automatically equals financial security. Well, it doesn't. Let's break that down. Now, if you retire as an E7 or even an E8, for example, you might be looking at somewhere between $2,500 to $3,500 a month. Now, that's solid. That's honorable. That's earned. But let's be honest. This is not wealth. This is only a foundation. That's a foundation, and if you treat it like the finish line, you will absolutely struggle. So, let's talk about the real killer, lifestyle creep. Every time you get promoted, your pay goes up, your housing allowances go up, your expectations go up, and instead of building wealth, most people just upgrade their life. They get bigger houses, they get fancy smancy cars, more expenses, if you will, more subscriptions, more stuff. So by the time they hit 20 years, their lifestyle has expanded much past their income. And guess what? When the paycheck changes, they can't sustain it. So now they're retired, but still trapped financially. Now, let's talk about the next mistake. No real investment strategy. Now listen carefully, folks, because this one right here is critical. Many service members contribute to the Thrift Savings Plan, or known as TSP, but they don't understand it. They don't maximize it, and they don't understand that they need to stay consistent with it. Now, some people don't invest at all. Others invest randomly, and some panic and stop investing when the market drops. But wealth, hear me out, is built through consistency, not emotion. You don't win by timing the market. You win by time in the market. Let's talk about debt. There's a debt trap, because this one quietly destroys more careers than people realize. Car loans, credit cards, personal loans. Now here's the problem. Most of it is normalized. People say, well, everybody has car payment. Well, that may be true, but everybody is also not building wealth. Now, when your money is going to interest, it is not going to your future. Now, let's talk about exit strategy. Here's a big one. No plan after the military. A lot of people think, I'll figure it out when I retire. That, folks, is actually dangerous. It's a dangerous mindset. Because if you don't have a transition plan, you end up reacting instead of executing. Now you're scrambling for a job. Now you're underpaid. Now you're making emotional decisions. And that's how people end up stuck, even after 20 years of service. And then, of course, those folks that are relying on the pension alone. Let me be very clear here, folks. The pension is not a plan. It's part of the plan. The people who win stack income streams. They got pensions, investments. They have disability, if applicable. And I have many videos on my channel dealing with VA disability benefits. Now, there's also the second career, business income. They build layers. The people who struggle put everything in one pillar. And when that pillar isn't enough, they fall. So how do you actually avoid this? All right. Now let's talk solutions. Everybody talks about all the problems. We're going to talk solutions because this is where you separate yourself. Number one, live below your means. Below it. That gap is where wealth is built. Number two, invest early and consistently. Make your investments automatic. It's non-negotiable, like a bill you pay to your future self. Number three, avoid unnecessary debt. Not all debt is evil, and most of it is a distraction. All right. Number four, have a transition plan. Know what your next move is before you take the uniform off. Then number five, you want to think long term. Stop making 30-day decisions that impact your 30-year future. So at the end of the day, the military can position you for an incredible life, but it will not do the work for you. You have to be intentional. You have to be disciplined, and you have to think differently than the crowd. Because the truth is, most people don't stay broke because they didn't earn enough. They stay broke because they didn't manage what they earned. And that is something you can control. I can tell you of so many stories of people who I knew in the military that just ran through their money. They didn't plan. They didn't strategize. They didn't optimize their wealth, I should say. And so what you have to do is, while you're in the military, while you have all these various safety nets, and I'm specifically talking to the young enlisted service members, even officers of any rank, but specifically the younger generation, use this time now while you have free housing, while you have free food, while you can avoid all the pitfalls of life. Your medical care is taken care of. I would almost recommend, and this is extreme, if you can, invest 70% of your income. That's me, little old me. What do I know? I think if you do that, your future self will be very grateful. I would also encourage you all to be very mindful of who you enter into relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. That can also be a drain. It can be beneficial, but it can be a drain. Who you pick as a life partner is one of the most important decisions that you will ever make in your life. So you certainly want to make sure that you choose wisely. Now, if you want to go deeper into this, I want you to watch my full military wealth masterclass playlist. That's where I break down how to actually build long-term wealth step by step. And I recommend you watch the next video, Officers versus Enlisted, Who Builds More Wealth? Because that will help you understand income versus strategy at an even deeper level. All right, and so there you have it. I hope this has been helpful. This is the Adjutant, and I'll see you in the next one. I wish you all blessings and blessings. Shalom.